Hello and welcome to Reading, Writing, Arithmetic this week. My name is Jamie Farney, principal at Dade County High School, and I've got two awesome students with me today to open up the first part of the show. Brandon, say hello down there. Brandon Baker and Jasmine Crabtree. I'm glad to have them with me today. We're going to be talking, our main theme is going to be on registration. We've got a unique perspective that these two can provide to us because they're seniors. They're on their way out the door. And so some of the first things that we're going to do is talk about some advice that you might be able to give those 8th graders that are registering today, tomorrow, and Friday with Mr. Emmett and Miss Clark over at the middle school. Like I said, you guys are uniquely prepared to talk about it because you've lived it for the last 4 years. So the first question that I want to open up with, guys, is what do you wish you would have known as 8th graders coming into the high school? Something that you would, caution the kids about or advice you would give?
Well, they don't hold your hands like they do in middle school. It's way harder. You actually have to try. You can't just get passed by, and that's about it.
So way harder. Now you're going to scare them. They're going to want to stay around. What do you have, Brandon?
Don't put a bunch of stress on yourself about what classes you choose or relationships or friendships, because once you hit high school, your friend groups change. Relationships, I mean, they come and go, but school, it's going to be there no matter what. You're going to make new friends. Your groups are going to change, and get involved in as much as you can. Pep rallies, go all out. Sports, do what you can. If you're not athletic, band, chorus. I mean, there's all sorts of things in the high school. Take your pick.
That's a good point. Like with 9th graders, a lot of times, it's almost like you have to teach them how to act at a pep rally. It's kind of a new thing for them. The whole school spirit thing. Middle school is a lot more about, kind of staying in the lines, making sure that you're behaving and that kind of thing. But these two right here will, they go all out. I'm still have nightmares of Jasmine's. We won't talk about that. Anyway, all right. Another question I had for you guys. Making friends and fitting in is always a worry. I know parents are probably at home thinking, I'm worried that my kid, might get picked on or they might not have a friend group. I want to open up by saying that I think you guys would agree with me. At the high school, there's a lot more tribes to belong to, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
with all the athletic stuff, but also with arts and clubs and that kind of stuff. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Well, you can, let's see. Sports is usually my big thing, because you play a sport, you make friends, you make more families and stuff, and then you have lunch. You have 3 different lunches, so you get to meet friends at lunch and sit with those new friends at the lunch table. And the clubs, I have a sports club, and that's a big club, and you have a bunch of people from different grades that you would not see in your normal classes, so you get to make friends with them, and it's been really fun so far.
Yeah, the intramural club it's over 100 members, yeah. And for the 8th graders that are thinking, one day when they get to choose their clubs, that's definitely a great one. Some great teachers run that particular club, and it's just a lot of fun. You get to meet kids that are, juniors, seniors, sophomores that you, like you said, wouldn't see in your regular class. Brandon, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, same thing. Clubs are important. I mean, there's a bunch of different groups. You'll find the sports kids, the singers, the band members. I mean, there's all sorts of different groups. You'll find which one you fit in naturally. Don't try to stress yourself on the first day. Like, oh my goodness, who am I going to talk to? Just go to your classes. They'll make themselves apparent, and you'll find who you click with the most. And just be smart with who you pick, though, because it does affect your grades. Freshman year, I lacked a little bit. I just decided, apparently, I was okay with a C, and I'm feeling it in my GPA a little bit. But at the same time, don't burden yourself with the stress of only worrying about how good your grade's going to be. Make friends, enjoy what you're doing day to day, and do your best.
That's great advice. As you look back, is there anything that you would have done differently? It's kind of a heavy question.
Definitely. I would have left relationships alone freshman, sophomore year. Like, there's no room for them. I mean, you can't do anything in the first place. I mean, most of us can't drive until end of sophomore year, junior year. So a date is going to be like, hey, my mom says we can go to the movies. they're gonna take us and we're gonna eat CC's or something. I mean, just leave that out the door. I mean, you got plenty of things to worry about alone, just trying to figure out what direction you're going to take, and focus on friends. friends are what you need to involve yourself with, because the more you've got around you, the more you'll feel at ease with everything, especially like big projects. Find somebody who's going through the same thing, because I mean, communication with other people, that's what's going to get you through high school the easiest.
What do you think, Jasmine?
I mean, I think the same thing, but you need to surround yourself with the good people that are going to encourage you to do your schoolwork and stuff. And you might think, oh, you're a freshman, you got 3 more years to think about college, but it's way faster than you think. Like, way faster than you think.
Yeah, a lot of people kind of lose track, you know. Yeah, it's a lot for a freshman to think about, you know, what they're going to be doing in college. But like you said, when you come through the door, you've got to be ready to work, because that GPA is going to stick with you. You know, you may pass with a D, you may get the credit, but when it comes later on and you're hoping for that Hope Scholarship to help you pay for college, and you are, you know, at a 2.9 grade point average instead of a 3.0, you're going to be wishing you had that time back. So it's important to get off on the right foot. And what you said about relationships, Brandon, I mean, 100%, I couldn't agree more. A lot of times kids want to get into like fast forward mode. You know, they see the older kids and they think like, that's what I want to be. And then, you know, like you said, there's no time for that. You know, you'll be much happier if you let things come to you rather than trying to force things. So I think that's brilliant advice. I'm glad I got to talk to you guys about some of that. Changing gears, I want to talk to something that you're even more comfortable talking about, and that is soccer season. Both of them are seniors. They are representing the 2 soccer teams. And Jasmine, you start us off and talk to us a little bit about the girls' team, how many kids are on the team, who the coach is, and then, again, in mind of 8th graders coming up, maybe thinking about sports or other activities to participate in, how would you sell the soccer team to them?
Well, our coach is Coach Stanton, and there's about 18 of us, I think. Yeah, 18 of us, and we are all like just a group of girls that most of us don't even know what we're doing. There's a couple of us that do, but most of us have never played soccer or only played it when we were a little kid. And we just go out there, we do what Stanton says, and we have fun. I mean, you get to rough it up with some girls, take some anger out, but it's really fun. And even if you're not a sports person, you're just an angry person, you can play soccer.
I love it.
I mean, either way, it's really fun. I mean, I'm an athletic person, and I wish I would have played soccer freshman year because it's so much fun. I probably wouldn't have been as angry as I usually am. So,
going back to that, just there's that mindset of, I don't know if I'm good enough for those kids that are coming up to 9th grade. Like you said, if you're athletic, if it's something that you want to put your time and effort into, like, there's a space for you, you know?
Definitely.
Even if you end up being the manager on the basketball team, or, you know, just helping out with softball, even if you're not, you know, ready to play.
Just being part of the family is really good, because you get to meet all these girls and you get to make relationships with them and all kinds of stuff. It's really fun. I mean, there's these 2 freshmen that I never thought I would meet in my life, and they're adorable. I think they're absolutely adorable. And I don't have any classes with them. I only get to see them at soccer. I kind of feel like a little mama.
That's awesome. Brandon, talk to us about the guys' team.
Yeah, so I mean, we got a really young team as far as that goes. I'm the only senior this year, so majority of our team is freshman and sophomore level kids, and all of them are. I mean, they're showing potential. I mean, not all of them are great at soccer, and that's not the main point. I mean, we come out and have fun, and they learn. They've got some growing to do, but that's what it's for. Our coach, Matt Jelly, he's a teacher over at the middle school, so y'all probably are familiar with him. Those that are coming up. He's a great guy. He's really upstanding, and he'll treat you right. His main concerns are being responsible and having good characteristics. If you're an upright guy, you show up and you're coachable. You're not gonna be a little knucklehead and causing problems on the team. He'll take you in, and if you've got a desire to learn soccer, he'll coach you. Other than that, I mean, we're all brothers. I mean, relationships grow. I mean, it's its own thing. It's different when you're on a sports team, and soccer is definitely one of those teams that guys grow into. By the time you get to my level, I've done a lot of things with these guys. Like, I've gone through a lot of life with them, because some of us have classes together. Most of us don't, though, because we had a couple of kids in my grade going through high school, but they've either quit soccer, moved schools, or they've got injuries this year. But we've just done life together, and that's a big thing in high school.
Well, let me just say, as somebody who's coached soccer, I've coached basketball, all kinds of sports, and I had soccer teams that went to the state playoffs and that kind of stuff. It was the bus rides, it was the snow at practice, it was the muddy fields, it was all of those things. More than any win or loss that I ever had, it was the relationships and the family that develops there. And I think soccer, just kind of the nature of the sport, is kind of lends itself to that. Our softball team's expected to go to state every year, and they're expected to perform. There's not a ton of expectations for our soccer team because of where we are and the opportunities, So it's really about going out there, putting yourself out there, and making a connection with other folks. And like I said, I had great teams and I had not so great teams, but I remember every one of the players I ever coached because it was those long bus drives, the funny stories, the wild goals, just good stuff. Well, guys, I'm so glad that you were able to come in today and share with us. Brandon, you've got big news. Tell the folks at home where you're going to be going to college.
Oh yeah, so just recently I've committed to Toccoa Falls College. It's still in Georgia, but it's as if you were heading straight towards the southern tip of South Carolina. I've committed to their soccer team, so I'll get a chance to move up to the next level. So it's not impossible. I mean, if you've got a desire to play, you'll find a place to go.
Fantastic. Well, guys, thank you so much for being on today. Again, Jasmine Crabtree and Brandon Baker. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to be back with some more students.
A time-tested financial institution equipped with the latest banking technology. The Bank of Dade, with mobile banking to fit your on-the-go lifestyle. Download our latest app today for your iPhone, Android, or tablet to bank on the go. Check your balance, pay bills, make deposits, and keep track of your account anytime and anywhere with the Bank of Dade's smartphone app. Make life easier by using today's most advanced banking technology to your advantage. Call us at 657-6842 or visit on the web at bankofdade.com. Your hometown bank since 1956, the Bank of Dade. Main office is on Highway 11 North in Trenton, and drive-thrus on Highway 11 North and Highway 136 West. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Check. Georgia Northwestern Technical College is now accepting applications for classes. We offer programs in business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 campus locations with financial aid options as well. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Apply now. Drop by one of our campuses today or check us out at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Get focused. Get hired.
Can you gig it? Oh, yes, you can. We know you've been waiting for a long time, and now Tennessee Valley Net is bringing it to you. Gigabit internet service now available in certain areas of Dade County. Not just fast, super fast internet service now available from Tennessee Valley Net. People are talking, I mean really smiling about gig speed internet available in limited areas from Tennessee Valley Net. Call today at 706-657-4367 or log on at tvn.net and see if gig speed is available where you are. We know you'll gig it from Tennessee Valley Net.
Hello and welcome back to K-Win and Reading, Writing, Arithmetic. I have sent Brandon and Jasmine on their way and replaced them with the one and only Tara Riddle. Tara, glad to have you with us today.
Thank you.
Tara is a fantastic representative for our FFA club, and I'm going to let her tell you about that in just a second. But again, in the theme of registration and thinking about next year, whether your child's rising ninth grader or if they're just thinking about their classes for next year, it's important to know that over the course of their high school career, there's 32 classes that your child will get to take, and it's broken up into 4 classes each semester now that we're on a 4x4 standard block, and it gives a lot of opportunity to explore different CTAE pathways. That's our career technical program. So I'd love for Tara to talk to us a little bit about FFA, the ag pathway in CTAE, and kind of fill us in a little bit on that.
All right. Well, first of all, whenever I started freshman year, I had no interest in agriculture at all, but it was the first year they restarted the program, and so a lot of people kind of got thrown into it as like a alternative.
Right.
And there's not very many girls in it, but I really think it's a good opportunity for girls. I mean, there's like all kinds of different things you can learn in there. It starts out with basic ag, you have to take that first, and then you go into ag mechanics and animal science and things like that. There's welding opportunities with it too. So it's like all kinds of different things you can do in agriculture.
Yeah, I remember the first time I was exposed to ag. I was at Central High School in Carrollton, and I remember there was a big fish tank, and I'm like, what in the world is this? And it was part of our ag program, and I was like, what is ag? And they're like, like agriculture, and I'm like, oh, so farming? And they're like, oh no, they took pity on me, and they showed me everything, but plant and animal science, like you said, everything from small engine repair. I mean, it's a little bit of everything. What I love about our CTAE programs is, for example, our construction pathway or our ag pathway, no matter what you plan on doing later in life, like, she may not end up being a farmer, but if she knows how to change a spark plug on her lawnmower, like she just saved herself a $50 service call. Those are the kinds of things that I love to see, just adding to the skill set that these kids take with them, whether or not they plan to use them. In your particular case, you are looking that way. Tara's a junior, so talk to us about kind of what you see yourself doing in the future.
Well, I'm really interested in business too, so I want to do agricultural business, which is pretty much just like, just directed towards agriculture. But I want to be like a brand manager and do marketing for different agricultural businesses and get different products out there to consumers and just like advertise them for them.
That is awesome. I was talking with Tara about this earlier. I love it when I come across a student. A lot of students, especially when they're in elementary and middle school, will say things like, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer. When you say something specific, like I want to do brand management for agricultural firms, that's pretty specific. It means that she's put some thought into it, and it's exciting to hear that. We've got several students at ABAC right now, Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College. I know that's where you've talked about going. And it's kind of on the other side of the world, isn't it?
Well, not necessarily. It's in Georgia, so it's only about 6 hours away. Yeah. It's in Tifton, yeah.
There's not a lot going on down there. Have you explored that?
I have. I've been there twice. I've been there twice. And it's honestly gorgeous. It's pretty much just like Trenton, but 6 hours away. Like, it's really a close-knit community, and everyone really knows each other. And I know a lot of people that go there, and I've competed with these people since my freshman year. So I know a ton of people from there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so you just run into all kinds of people,
Talk to us about the competition aspect. With each of our CTAE programs, there's an accompanying club that goes with it. Like instruction is Skills USA, our Family and Consumer Science is FCCLA, and then there's Future Business Leaders of America with our business program, FFA, of course. But talk to us about what kinds of actual competitions you guys go and compete in.
Well, honestly, I think those are like high school memory, life-changing kind of things, There's all kinds of different things you can get involved in. I do public speaking, and I've done that since freshman year. There's you can do land judging, wildlife management. There's a welding one, ag mechanics. We just had people go do poultry judging yesterday, and there's a few more like that. But my main one is public speaking, and you meet people. Each year you go, like, you can't really talk during the competition, but sometimes you get put in holding rooms and things like that, and you'll run into these people. Each new thing that you go to, you run into the same people, you see familiar faces, and you form like bonds with them, and they from all over the state of Georgia or your area or things like that. I know people since freshman year, and we still talk to this day. We'll run into each other at some kind of competition or success conferences and things like that, conventions. You really see the same people, and you really form like a family, really.
Well, and going back to our registration theme, like you said, as a freshman, you never would have thought like FFA, Future Farmers, Ag class. Like, why am I in here? I wanted to take art, or I wanted to do something else. It's being open-minded, and like you said, I'll be the first one to say, our females that are in like the traditionally male CTAE classes, I'm thinking. To some of our girls that are in construction classes, they're the ones that are running the show because they go in there with maturity, and we've had some girls that get in like, oh, I don't want to be in there with a bunch of boys, and they try to drop the class or whatever. I would encourage them to take that leap of faith like you did, and open up a whole new world, because for some people, we talked about soccer earlier, there's a tribe for everybody at the high school. You've just got to be willing to find it. You weren't even looking for FFA, and here you are, and she's the queen bee, you know. So good for you for taking that opportunity and being self-assured enough to say, I can do this. Talk to us about Mr. Martin. He's the new ag teacher this year. He's coming to us with a wealth of experience from Alabama. Talk to us about kind of how he runs the program.
Well, we all were sad to see Mr. Boydston leave, and a lot of people were kind of like down about it because, well, he's the one that really got me really involved and really passionate about agriculture. And he was good because he was young and things like that. And now we got Mr. Martin, and he's older, way more experience with things. And
don't tell him he said no.
Well, he'll probably see this.
Yeah, he would.
Well, he does have a lot of experience from Alabama, so he's learning a lot more of the Georgia side of things, but he's really catching on with that, and he has a lot of wisdom to give us. He is always telling us practical things. That's his big thing. He always wants to tell us practical information and make sure we talk to people that are caring about what we want to know and people that have been where we are going, things like that. He's really encouraging.
I was in the ag mechanics class not too long ago. They were working on small, like, lawnmower engines and things like that. And between him and some of our kids in the class who, frankly, I've seen struggle in an English class or a math class, I mean, those kids knew those engines inside and out. And it just goes to show that we all have different gifts and talents, you know. If you grew up on the farm and you've been helping your grandfather, you know, bale hay or, you know, work on the tractor, that kind of thing, obviously it's a good fit for you. But for that kid that's willing to go out of their comfort zone and be like Tara, just fantastic opportunities there. And like I said, whether or not you go on, you know, she could change her mind next week about what her major is going to be or what she wants to do with her life. But the skills, the ability to speak publicly, of all the kids I've ever had on the show, she's been the least worried and like, yeah, well, it'll be fine. And that speaks to, you know, those competitions and being, putting yourself out there. I'm sure it wasn't always as comfortable to be able to. Definitely
not when I first started, no.
Yeah. Well, just one more program that we offer at Dade County High School. Tara, thank you for coming in. Going back to the questions we asked the other kids earlier, anything that you would have changed about, when you're just a junior, but what would you have done differently, if anything, or what do you wish you would have known coming in from 8th grade into 9th grade?
I would have known that the people are definitely not the same. Like, you will see, you're introduced to all these new things. Like, I know things are changing now. Like, the middle school is more not as good, per se. You know, like, drugs was a big thing freshman year. Like, I never knew how many things were around. I've never done any, personally. But, like, I've seen what it does to people, and I wish I would have known more of what it would have done. I wasn't expecting it whenever I came in.
Okay. All right. So, one last plug for FFA. What kinds of things can they expect to do, and why should they join and take those ag classes?
Well, during the spring and stuff, we do a lot of things in the greenhouse and things like that. So if you want to do hands-on activities,
yes,
any ag class would be the perfect thing for you. If you're tired of sitting in the class all day long, which, trust me, I literally hate just sitting there, and you really get to talk to people all the time. You don't really have to do a lot of book work, which you do learn. Basic ag, you have to do a lot of learning basic information, and once you get past that, you're always doing hands-on things, doing community service work, stuff like that. You're always outside doing things that you enjoy.
Real world projects. Well, fantastic. Thanks, Tara, for being on the show today. Obviously, she's a great speaker, and we'll have to have her back again some other time. But yeah, look into FFA and the agriculture program along with our other CTA programs. We'll be back right after this. Thank you.
A small bank with big service. Citizens Bank and Trust, offering a wide range of services including online banking. Pay your bills, manage your account anytime, 24 hours a day. Your account balance is only a phone call away as well at 657-1234. Or visit our convenient locations. Lookout Mountain, Georgia, Higdon, Alabama, on our main branch on Highway 11 in Trenton. Citizens Bank and Trust. 657-5678. A community bank that believes in the community. Citizens Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Have lunch or dinner at Guthrie's, home of the original golden fried chicken finger and the best chicken finger sauce in the world. Guthrie's can help you plan your family's meals or get-togethers with bucket specials every Tuesday, those delicious wings on Wednesday, and platters every day of the week. Plus, get sweet tea by the gallon. Remember, Guthrie's has a party room for small gatherings, too. Guthrie's, Highway 136 West in Trenton, home of those golden fried chicken fingers and the best chicken finger sauce in the world.
Guthrie's, not fast food, good food fast. Le Mans Mexican Restaurant is now open in Henniker, Alabama at 50 Lloyd Pry Drive. Karaoke on Thursday nights, $6 lunch specials, and catering is available. How about delivery? Yep, delivery is available with a minimum of 5 orders. Happy hour 2 to 5 Monday through Friday, and private party hosting is available with 2 locations to serve you in Henniker and Crossville. Le Mans Mexican Restaurant. Call 256-657-3999.
The Moore family name has built a legacy of trust, compassion, and peace of mind by standing with families during time of loss. Now in our 70th year, the Moore family commitment grows even stronger, from affordable, traditional services to cremation. Our experienced staff stands ready to follow through on you and your family's wishes. Since 1945, the Moore family of funeral homes, North Sand Mountain and Trenton, always dedicated to those we serve.
At Comfort Gallery in Kimball, comfort is the key, and the key to making it easier to sleep, sit, and stand is a new PowerLift chair from Catnapper. Catnapper's PowerLift chairs feature comfort coil seating for long-lasting comfort and a powerful yet smooth, quiet motor. Some models even include heat and massage. It's really comfort at the touch of a button. See the full selection today when you visit Comfort Gallery. Free delivery and setup, 1 year free layaway, and 6 and 12 months same as cash, available at Comfort Gallery. 780 Main Street, 1 mile north of I-24, exit 152A, Kimball, Tennessee.
Alrighty, we are back with Reading, Writing, Arithmetic. Again, I'm Jamie Farney, principal at Dade County High School, and we've got Mia Sabagal.
Hi.
Mia is brand new to us this year. She is a sophomore. She has come to us by way of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I almost butchered that. Mia is super artistic, super bright. AP classes, math whiz, taking math online by herself. She's got all kinds of things going for her. Mia, talk to us a little bit, again, in the theme of registration and kids thinking maybe outside of their comfort zone. Talk to us about the art program at Dade County High School. I know that you've just jumped right in with both feet and are just terrifically talented. We can't claim the credit for that, but talk to us about that, the program, and what kids can expect.
Well, I definitely would advise doing something like art or color guard or band, because you find a family there. You find inspiration to express yourself in a way you didn't know you had before. And you find colors and just everything you never knew that was yourself is put here on paper in motion. It's just beautiful, especially with our teachers. I know our band director definitely helps students find their way.
Absolutely. Our
art teacher, she inspired me to express myself in a way I never knew I could before.
Yeah. I was talking with Mia, we don't have a ton of time, but it's hard to see on the TV, but this power lines, this beautiful cloudscape back here. And I said, did you paint before? And she said, yes, but tell me what you said the difference is now.
Where I came from, I never felt proud enough to show myself, to really push myself to what I could express, because I guess I just didn't have the right upbringing there with the teachers. But here with Miss Wilson, she has really just helped me find myself here.
Miss Wilson is so talented. She works in tons of different medias. She can draw, she can paint, and it's really easy to get kind of locked in on one area, but she really brings a lot to the table and makes connections with kids. And it's one of those things where even if you don't feel like you're artistic, you don't think you've got a lot of talent, well, that's Miss Wilson's job. If you're willing to go in open-minded, let her have her opportunity to teach you the basics, and then, like you said, you find your own colors, your own imagination, you get to put it all down. As a new kid, you've kind of got a different perspective. Talk to us about fitting in and that kind of thing, because if you guys haven't figured it out, Mia marches to the beat of her own drummer, and I think that's probably why she has such an easy time fitting in. But talk to us about that for a second.
Definitely. I've moved many schools before, but this is the first place I felt home. It's the kids here and the friends I've made, and my life has changed being here. The teachers are amazing. I definitely feel loved by the faculty.
That's about as good a thing as anybody's ever said. I love that. At Dade County High School, we put students first, and I'm glad that Mia's experienced that, and we hope that those 8th graders coming up and those students who are registering for classes next year will keep that in mind. Mia, I wish we had more time to show your art. We'll have to put some up online so people can click on it there. But thank you so much. I'm so proud to be your principal, and I'm glad that you're with us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mia. Thank you at home for watching. Take care. This has been Reading, Writing, Arithmetic.